Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we will recap everything that went down on Super Bowl opening media night. We heard from the Eagle players, the Chiefs players. They even got to mingle. But we also got confirmation today via Adam Schefter on Jalen Hurts' contract extension talk. Jeff Lurie said he got nothing left to prove.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today we got a lot to get into. Super Bowl week has started. If you are as excited as I am, help your boy out with that Super Bowl like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and ding the bell. Join notification family so you know when we go live or drop videos. We will be live later at 8:30. Goat Talk. Don't miss it. Come through, show love. Click the link in the description as well. We talk Eagles behind the scenes, all that good stuff. Let's get to this first because this was the understanding and the rumor going around yesterday. And I was going to make a video on this. The Eagles are urgent to get a deal done with Jalen Hurts before Joe Burrow, before Justin Herbert, per Jay Fowler from ESPN. Now, he's not the most reliable guy, and all the outlets were quoting him. And I understand if a deal's going to get done, you want to get it done before two other high power quarterbacks, who, by the way, are not in the Super Bowl. One got kicked out of the playoffs in the first round, the other one made it to the AFC Championship. Shout out to Joe Burrow. That being said, it's smart to get the contract done before you have competition. That being said, there was no talk about the level of Jeff Lurie's thinking, right? But shout out to Adam Schefter. He came out with this. Eagles CEO Jeffery Lurie said quarterback Jalen Hurts has nothing left to prove for a contract extension via Tim McManus, who does report for ESPN, but more so for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Shefty checks his stuff before he goes ahead and retweets and writes an article and blah, 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 blah. But in this article, not going to get to it all, Jeff Lurie says pretty much Jalen Hurts is exactly who we've been looking for. I'm talking long term. Let's get it done. And I do believe people will say he's not going to take a deal. I'm not talking about the 10th highest paid or 15th highest paid quarterback. I'm not talking about that. But when you see what Burrow's contract, when you see all these contracts, you're going to look at Jalen Hurts and say, he did this little thing and that little thing and this little piece in the contract and that little piece in the contracts gives Howie's the flexibility to keep on building. Watch. Just watch. It's going to happen. Now, before we get to all the YouTube shorts, again, make sure you enable YouTube shorts. I was getting them on my Twitter. Bang, bang, boom, boom, giving them right to y'all. Because I know a lot of y'all tell me I don't have Twitter, blah, blah, blah. And that's where they were sharing them if you didn't have NFL Network, and then you could watch it all. But they had certain spots for each one because everybody was getting interviewed. But they did spend a lot of attention on the quarterbacks. But look at this picture. Two all-pro quarterbacks. Number one seed in the AFC, number one seed in the NFC will meet up. Will meet up. This is historic. The youngest duo in the Super Bowl. The first time both quarterbacks are African American. And shout out to the Donovan McNabbs. Shout out to the Michael Vicks, the Randall Cunninghams, the Doug Williams, even the guys like Steve McNair. Shout out to everybody who's did things, right? Steve McNair was in the AFC Championship. Eddie George was a little too short. McNabb was in the Super Bowl. Vic was in the NFC Championship, and we had to take him up out of there. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody who showed that they can play at the NFL level. And I'm telling you, the styles we see here, both different. That's the new age quarterback. No more Peyton Mannings. No more Tom Brady's, Drew Brees. No more stationary. They're not going to all be able to run like Jalen, but they're going to at least be able to run like Pat Mahomes. They might not all be able to throw like Pat Mahomes, or even Jalen, because y'all been sleeping. These are number 1 and number 2 pocket passer QBRs. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2. I can't wait to break this down again. 8:30 tonight, 8:30, 8:45, 9. Again, if you got notifications turned on, or if you come back around like 6, 7 o'clock, you'll see it up and coming on the channel. Hit notify. We're going to really talk more about the Chiefs in general with LB, so make sure you come through. Now, let's get to some of these. This was my favorite one. Jalen Hurts is such a cool dude. Listen to this. A media member pretty much says, sorry, I never believed in you. Jalen Hurts is like, you're not the only one. No, but I want to be a man and say it. Cool. Like, what do you want me to say? Let's go through a couple of these.
The Eagles would get to the Super Bowl with you as their quarterback.
You're not the only one.
Well, I just wanted to say man to man. I'm sorry.
Cool.
Like, what was he supposed to say there? Jalen said, you weren't the only one that doubted me. I don't know who that was. There's rumors that it was Espy. I don't know. But he said, I didn't believe that the Eagles can get to the Super Bowl with you at the quarterback position. Well, you weren't the only one, but I want to say sorry. Cool. Kept it moving. This is Jalen Hurts' comments on, is Patrick Mahomes the best quarterback you ever faced?
But you're going up against Patrick Mahomes. Now, would you say that he's the best quarterback that you've ever faced head-to-head?
I mean, he's up there. I mean, he's definitely great at what he's doing. He's been really good in his career. I have a lot of respect for him being a Texas guy. So it'll be a fun one.
It'll be a fun one for sure. And again, make sure you enable YouTube Shorts because, I'm just bringing this stuff that comes on Twitter. And I do, also do YouTube Shorts from certain parts of my live stream that probably you don't see because it's too far in there on certain topics. But, we just bring in Twitter and everything to the YouTube front. Listen, Patrick Mahomes telling BG, I don't want no smoke pretty much. The guy, the announcer tried to start a little drama, start a little Super Bowl fire, and Patrick Mahomes put it out quickly. Listen.
Time he was in the Super Bowl, strip sack Tom Brady. Anything you want to say to him right now, Patrick?
I'm not going to say anything to that man right there. I'm going to let him just sit over there. We're on great terms right now, so I'm going to just let him sit over there and answer his questions himself.
So tough.
Yeah, he said, hey, last time BG was in the Super Bowl, he strip sacked Tom Brady. You got anything you want to say to him? Hey, Pat kept it cool. Now, they were asking questions to everybody. I mean, Boston Scott was answering questions, Big Play Slay, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Listen to the dumbest question of the night. Somebody really asked Nick Sirianni if this is a must-win game. I can't even, not even making this up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what is he supposed to say? You can't take that serious. Some of the questions were just crazy. And before we get anything, and the media always going to run with the little small narrative of anything that you can, chop up. But good old Juju talking about Philly don't got the best cheesesteaks, blah, 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 blah. Listen.
Honestly, I think the best Philly cheesesteaks are not in Philly, to be honest. Huh? Definitely not Philly.
That laugh, though, was crazy. Now, Big Play Slay responds to Brandon Ayuk's comments. He pretty much laughed at him.
I mean, I'm just, I'll just be laughing at it, I don't know where he goes to explode because we've been the number one defense in the passing game for, I think, almost the whole year, so I don't mean, yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Like, so, yeah, bad sportsmanship by him. Bad. What kind of chance they're gonna get the first time they drop back? We go break their quarterback, both of them. And, so I don't know what chance they would have got, but shout out to him.
What chance were you really going to have with the way we were pass rushing is what he's saying. And we've been the number one pass defense. Not saying we would have locked you up, but stop acting like you would have exposed us. And because you thought you would have, the Chiefs automatically will knock it off Brandon Ayuk. There's two more. Miles Sanders did say in the beginning of the season, we got an all-star team. Everybody clowned him for it. Listen to him now.
This was like an all-star team. Are you proven correct?
Yeah, I think I proved it correct, yeah.
So you saw from the beginning?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you know how the media go.
Miles, if you weren't
You know how the media goes, so I had to kind of pull it back, blah, 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 blah. And last but not least, Patrick Mahomes, all-pro quarterback #1 this season, the guy who we got to take down. And again, we'll talk about this throughout the week. I do believe he's never seen a pass rush like this. But Mike, it's still Patrick Mahomes, and I got mad respect for him. But listen to this. Not only do we lead the league with 70 sacks, third in NFL history, we are sacking the quarterback 11.5% of the time. That is the highest rate since 2000. There hasn't been a rate close to that in over 22 years. You got to go behind past the 2000 season. Think about all the Legion of Booms, the Jim Johnson defenses, the Pittsburgh defenses. Think about all them great 2000 to 2022 defenses. Not even close to the rate we are getting at the quarterback. It's crazy. Not just pressures, not just throwaways, actual sacks. Actual sacks. But listen to how this man understands who Jalen is. He really does. Listen to all the things he says, and he tops it off with he can make every throw on the field.
What impresses you most about Jalen as a player and a person?
I mean, like everything, man. I mean, he's first off, he's done it the right way. He works his tail off to get better every single offseason, and you can see how much he's getting better and better. And he's a leader. You can tell how much his guys follow him, and they would do anything for him. And then the way he's able to not only run, because he can run and make that stuff happen, but he can take advantage of every throw that's on the football field. And so I always have a ton of respect for guys that put in the work every single day to get better and better. Because I was raw coming out of college, and I had to put in that same work. And so just a great leader, man. It's gonna be a great challenge for us, and it's gonna be a heck of a football game.
It's going to be a heck of a football game. Like I said, 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock, somewhere around there. Make sure your notifications is turned on. We will go ahead and drop a GOAT Talk live stream for y'all, so be there. We want to hear from y'all. Hit that muscle emoji in the chat. It's been flowing through the playoffs. Don't stop now. Hit the like for your boys, Super Bowl like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on any of the shorts I showed you on the Jalen Hurts contract extension talk. Lurie believes, I believe, y'all believe, we believe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We out.